Hello, buddy. Welcome back. Doing another episode here in our Legendary Chaos campaign. Okay, we've got Intimidating. About level 34 here, I think. Okay, so we're defending plus 3 defense. I think just maybe Deadly Blade. Yes. Deadly Blade here. Alright, so we're going to attack again. Got the dwarves here. Now is this walled? It is not walled. Okay, so we could attack with him, and we could grab either Zench or something else. Now, does he need to build? Delay. Okay, I guess we just wait on that. I guess they have to stand still for the growth. I don't know. Okay, does he need to build anything? No. No, it's going to take a little while to level that up. Horde growth for everybody. I mean, that could actually be something that I'm interested in, maybe. But it's going to take us 3 turns, so if we hire something else to do it. Now that we have so many different lords going on. Alright, but we'll let Sarthoreal come in first. Just so he gets the majority of the experience, and we can burn for horde growth on him. I think Nurgle. Although, like, the Zench might be good. It would give us 10% discount. And that'll let me replenish with my main army also. Alright, let's do it. So many banners and no units. Damn, it's kind of goofy, but... Okay. Actually, I'll just keep Corn on him. They don't have any magic, so... Alright, now these guys are pretty rowdy, and they have the upgrades on them. I guess they always get these runes, no matter what. I thought you had to equip the unit with the rune. But I guess they always get this rune. All units get this rune. So what it says, extra melee attack... minus 10% vigor. Oh, they hit other people with that. Alright. 20% physical resist. Okay. I don't know if that's included right there or not, but... minus 25% magical resist. Okay. How much bonus versus large? Probably huge. 45. Yeah, so they crush large things. We got to watch out for that. These were the guys I was talking about that could be a problem for us. So we really need to keep an eye on these. These do a lot of damage. Splash damage. And remember there's 30 of them that are firing this. This is not like a normal piece of artillery. So these are very, very strong. So we have to really like take care of business on those guys. But I think we'll still beat them. Let's do it. Yeah, we got to keep our big units out of the Slayers. We don't have many big units with this army. It's basically just... Oh, I forgot to put Archaon back on his horse, too. So that could be a problem, but... Yeah, we don't have that many big units. I think Sarthoreal counts as a big unit. And our 2 flying units are big. That might be it. Yeah, Slayer's not going to matter too much here. And some of their stuff is relatively short range. If we just neutralize the mortar crew... Okay. There must be something that's like lowering our starting amount. Starting limit is 15. Or 35. So they have some units that lower our starting amount. They love running off to the left for some reason. The Dwarfs do. I don't know. It does that in the base campaign also. Alright, let's just go ahead and fire that up.
Exalted hero. Pawns honor. Quickly.
Alright, so it's going to take us 50 years to march over there at this time.
Slanesher's perverse glory. Move fast!
Okay, now those will be very useful to us. Oh, we do have the Ogre Shaga. Okay. We finally get to use these. The Chaos Knights. Okay, just make these.
Slay every mortal!
I guess we'll make this our full group because it's just super slow. Alright, come on. We do outrange them with our Hell Cannon, I'm pretty sure. Alright, slow down a little bit here.
I am exalted! Corn calls!
They're pretty slow. We can actually probably bring the bird up here too.
Bring their heads!
Problem is we're going to take missile fire while we try to harass them here.
Exalted hero!
Now they do have some magic that resist. They're not going to take like
All will be despoiled!
an insane amount of damage off of that, but it's okay. If I did have Archaon on his mount, then that would be nice.
For
But
the Chaos Gods!
okay, so they are coming at us. They're like, you know what? You outrange us.
Those are my masters! Quickly!
It's actually doing way more damage than I thought it would. I don't know how much damage that's going to do. Oh, they're trying to lob order stuff at us. Wait till that dispels. Wow, holy cow, against the individual units, that does a ton of damage.
My blade hungers!
Yeah, y'all are coming at me. We're gonna heal through everything you're throwing at us, probably.
Yes! Yes! Now! Sword and spell! Now! Lead me towards God's bloody glory!
Actually, we can back up a little bit. Maybe harass them with these knights.
What? Now! Awful fool!
You know what? Let's just go fight them. I didn't even get in there kill them. We probably could play the little, like, just dance around and cast spells on them game, but... Oh, this old dwarf wants to play. Okay, let's do it.
I strike you down! Slay every mortal! Time to despoil! We serve the gods! Chosen! Seed of blood! Move fast! Corn's bloody glory! Worship at the altar! The gods willing! Chaos Knights! Running! Exalted hero! I am exalted! What? Move fast! Running!
Where are these things?
Move fast!
Where are the little dudes that are creeping?
Chaos comes! Arcane might to me! I control Finch's gifts!
Yeah, we're not gonna waste time with these dudes. Let's just get over here and tie these things up.
All will be despoiled! Slay the noble! Exalted hero! Syrian I will see. Give us ruin! Chosen! Obliterator! Our time has come. I won't fail! Burn it all!
Let's run those dudes out of there. Alright, got the Lord.
Now!
Oh, we got more of the giant slayers over here. Okay. I don't know if they can go into negative armor values or what, but
The winds, I command! Exalted hero, I don't fail.
wow, he just runs straight. He has no unit collisions. He just runs straight over everybody. Just flies over them. That's pretty sweet.
Bastards, witness me.
Got him. Damn, he killed. I didn't even cast any AoE spells with him. It was literally, he just cast his little screaming stuff. So did these guys, but his delegated way more. Maybe just in normal melee combat he does a lot, right? I mean, I didn't cast Searing Doom. Maybe his thing is way more powerful than others. His little Zench spell. I don't know, man. He put in even more work than Archaon with his fire tunnel. Maybe it's just because he was the main attacker. This is what it probably was. He was the main attacker, so he got first dibs on all the kills that were just kind of rounded off because everybody dies. I think that's more likely. I don't think that his magic killed twice as many as the flame tunnel and all of that. I think he just got all the kills because he was the main attacker. That's what it is. Okay. We've already got corn on him. %10 cooldown is very nice. Growth would also be pretty good on him. Although we don't need the growth to be that high. Because I'm just going to hand over stuff from Archaon. It's mostly just for money, which is good. We just need to get the Zench building at level 1. Let's go with this. There are a lot of pretty good techs we could be getting right now. Possessed. Okay. We have 2 Lichborn pendants. Okay. Let's give him a possessed. think I still like Warrior Bane better. Okay, so I think we're just getting Mystifying Miasma for now. I mean, this is what has Arcane Conduit and Magical Reserves, which I am very interested in. But I'm just not sure. I mean, Transmutation Lead. I mean, that's AoE for 35 seconds. AoE, basically, units don't do damage. I mean, that's pretty damn powerful. We already have Plague of Rust and Metal Shifting. You know, maybe we should just get over here and get that. If for no other reason, then I would like another Arcane Conduit and Magical Reserves. But that's, I mean, that's pretty intense. Basically, they don't do any damage. Like, literally, they don't do damage for 35 seconds. I don't know if that includes armor piercing or just all, like, damage, but... I mean, this thing, 25% physical, that's just so expensive, though. These hounds are so expensive. Maybe they do more damage. I don't know. Pit of Shade and Occam's Razor is pretty intense, too. Especially Occam's Razor with the discount. And we can get that down to, like, 12. And Pit of Shades. I think we got to go through here. It's tough to say because I do like Arcane Conduit and Magical Reserves. We don't have an Arcane Conduit in this army, but we do have Archaon who can keep spamming that thing. Okay, maybe we just go for this. I mean, the -10 leadership is pretty legit. That's pretty good against single target. I mean, 50 seconds where a single target, like a dragon or a lord or whatever, has no melee attack and no melee defense, that will help shred them. So if we throw Plague of Rust and Enfeebling Foe on them, I mean, they should melt. So Plague of Rust will knock off all their armor and 10 melee defense. This will knock off an additional 35 melee defense for cheap. So maybe that's worth. I mean, lowering the leadership by 10 for everybody is pretty, I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know what increased damage means, but it does lower the leadership. It does lower their damage, which doesn't matter as much. I mean, 10% lower damage is okay, but the leadership will make people run a lot faster, so, or like, they will break faster, I should say. This also potentially does a lot of damage. You can't use it up on a wall, though. Like, having Searing Doom for walls may not be terrible, but that doesn't count towards evasion. I wish that, like, if you upgraded this stuff, it counted, but... Okay, let's do this. This will help hit that leadership so that fights end faster. Okay.
There'll be a reckoning.
Now what's... Okay, so we can go to, like, right here. Let's go, like, right here.
Forward unto slaughter!
Replenish a little bit. Do we want to upgrade anything? Not right now. Okay. So that's all good. We already moved these guys. We were kind of deciding. We'll think about it at the end of the turn where we want to be. Like, I do want to come over here and try to grab this stuff, but at the same time, I'm going to have to fight all the elves if I do that, and I just sort of want to kill the dwarfs first. Because if I try to go for that, it's just going into a hornet's nest. Like, these guys are... I'm going to have to kill all these guys that are, like, in the way. And then I'm going to have to kill all the elves because they'll come at me also. And I just don't know if this army's ready for that. So I think going north, like just killing the elves or killing the dwarfs and going north is probably a better fit for the style of this army, which I think is going to be much better against Bretonnia than it will be the elves. And this poor dude, I mean, God, we were really greedy up here. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna run over here with this dude. Just run him up here.
Our fate is clouded. Let's be about this.
Let's just go here, I guess.
Slaughter.
I'm not even sure if it's worth investing in this guy anymore. I can go with this. I don't know if it's gonna let us. Whoa, why is it 14 growth for these? What just happened? What? Why is that 14 growth? 14? Why? These are 4, but why is this 14? What?
Need a boon.
Is that on everybody?
Dominance.
What? Why is this 4, but these are 14? This money building's 14. What? That's gotta be a glitch. There's no way it's 14 growth for those. Is it on these guys too?
The demon time comes.
Yes. Why? You need 14 population surplus. Did they just hotfix this? That's 14 for Pelican of Trophies? Does the number of lords affect? It's only 4 for these. Maybe if you have so many lords. I literally haven't shut down the game since I've been recording these last 4 or 5 episodes, so it would not have updated. It's 14 for Nurgle, but it's 4 for these? Is this a glitch?
What glories await?
It is 14 on Archaon, but he has a hell of a lot of buildings. That makes sense why it would be. Is it somehow tied to your leader's total growth? It affects everybody else?
Fool!
I just bought one of some of these for less than 14. Okay, some of these are like 10. Some of these are 14. I don't understand the mechanic. Is it because of lords? Like every time I hire a new lord, it costs more growth for every building for every lord? Is that what it is?
You
Is that some unspoken cost?
Mine eldritch eyes see.
I mean, I understand it costs more to hire lords, but does it make every building cost more? That seems a little intense. Maybe that's what it is.
Ready.
Okay. Well, this dude's probably going to die anyways. I mean, it's not like I need those buildings right now. But still, like, I wish that mechanic was a little more upfront, because I don't recall that. Didn't we literally just look last episode at one of these guys, and it was 2 to upgrade to get the Zinch building? 'Cause that's why I was deleting the normal buildings. So I was like, oh, it's going to be 2 to get Zinch. Or like any of those types of buildings. It was only going to be 2. If we didn't have any other buildings in that army. What's changed? I mean, okay, so we're getting sieged at Midland. Don't think that should change it. Midland wasn't reducing the amount that it cost us to grow, I don't think. We have gone up in power rankings. So it's possible that when you're a higher power rank, it costs you more growth to improve. Which would be kind of an anti-snowball mechanic, which could be okay. God, this is so depressing just looking at this huge stack of blue. How many turns it's going to take me to walk through those mountains. I could maybe just send a little stack. Like we could split off. Depending on how our income's looking, we could send Archaon somewhere else and just split off and send Sarthoreal up north. Real. Oh, he still was up there, so he wasn't even one of the units that came down south. He was just sitting in wait. Alright, well, there goes that. Okay, now I guess we can test this experiment. It's not like that dude was doing much anyways, and see if the growth is lower now that he's dead. That would probably be a fair mechanic to stop people from spamming lords and just spamming income buildings, because, like I said, that does feel like it would be a little cheesy. Like, that you're actually making money off of hiring a lord. Although, to be fair, to access those lords, like the extra army capacity, you do have to pay a lot of gold for technologies to get those extra armies. But being able to make money off of an army that just really doesn't have many units on it can feel kind of weird. So maybe that's how they tried to balance it, was saying, look, if you have a lot of armies, it's going to take you more growth per army to level up. So it's not limiting you by money like it does with other factions where it costs you, you know, more upkeep, but it's limiting you by how fast you can tech up. So it would force you to have your lords close to each other so you can hand off those units. Or just kind of do what I'm doing right now, where you have like one main lord with all your units and you have like a sidekick lord that has some specialty units that you're just kind of leveling up. Okay, so let's see this test. So it was what, 14? Okay, we got a student. We got to make sure we're recruiting all these students. Okay, now it's 2 again. Wait, how can we build a building if we're getting sieged? Is no one sieging us anymore? They back? No, they didn't back up. So we can still... We can still recruit while we're getting sieged, in theory? So I could hire regiments of renown, in theory. They're taking a lot of attrition.
No, you.
I wonder if I'm going to get any regiments close by. Okay, we could just buy this back. Or we could buy these and then try to get... The Zinch units probably take 2 turns. How long? This building takes 1 turn, though. But if we could get a couple of Zinch units, we might be able to beat them just off the magic. Like, long fights, obviously Zinch is going to be really good. Okay, let me check everybody else. Was that it? Was it a glitch, or was it literally...
Dominance!
Okay, it went down to 10 for each one of these. Okay, so it does depend on your army, apparently. Now, it's hard to... Because I have so many units in this army, though. Or, like... Let's look up Sarthoreal, because he doesn't have any buildings. He has 1 building. Okay, so some of these are still 10, but some of them are 4. So maybe it depends on how many of these types of buildings you have in circulation. I don't know what the criteria is here, because they're all different prices. So, like, I do have a lot of this building. Several units have this one. So that makes sense. But, like, these don't make sense because I have 1 of each of these types of shrines. So why is this one 10 and this one's 4 and 4? And why is this one 10 on him, but it's 2 on him?
Are you a god?
I can't figure this out. So all of these are 2 on him. But Sarthoreal, like the Zinch building, all of a sudden costs 10. But some build, like this one costs 10 for him now. Maybe it's if someone else is close by that has this type of building, it costs more. Maybe that's what it is because... But Archaon doesn't have the Zinch building. Archaon does have Nurgle. So that would kind of make sense why that would be more expensive on him. See, everything's uniform on him. It's 14 no matter what with Archaon. So that makes sense. He's got a hell of a lot of buildings. It's 14 no matter what. Okay. But I don't get the differing prices. Huh. Okay. Well, let's go hit Karaz-a-Karak. Let's get this crazy siege out of the way. What time are... Yeah, we got time for a big old fight here. Let's do it. And then we'll figure out what we want to do up north. We might be able to build a building, and then hire a Zench or two. But we might be better off just hiring a bunch of Marauders also, because we may not have time 3 turns before they siege us. So we might be better off just going for the Marauders.
The storm of chaos gathers. Now the
I'm pretty sure nothing that they have is going to stop me. Even if they have a 20 stack sitting there, yeah, I'm still going to kill them in a siege. I don't think it's I don't think anyone's stopping this army in a siege. It's just too good. Like, we have too many Zench, too many, like, just chosen and just impossible to kill units. I mean, they got some pretty good stuff, but those flame cannons, all that crap's not going to matter in a siege anyways. Open field's a bit of a different story. I think we could still be beaten open field, maybe, but...
unleash chaos. Kill them all.
Okay, now they do have hammers here, so maybe that's a bit tougher. They are going to have some insane cannons. That's the biggest thing. Is Karaz-a-Karak... I don't know if they have the cannon upgrade buildings. I don't even think you can get that on, like, faction capitals. Like, race capitals. This is the biggest town of the Dwarfs. I don't think they can get upgrades. I think it just naturally comes with crazy, like, defenses. That's the biggest thing, is those cannons are going to hurt on the way there. They actually do not have that many missile troops, though. They only have 1 ranger. But they've got those fire cannons. I don't know. Fire cannons actually have... I don't remember what the arc on their shot is. If they have really high arcing shots, they might be able to do something. But I still think we're just going to heal through it and just climb these walls and get them. That's what I think is going to happen, but... we'll see. Okay, we're going to put this really far in the back. I guess we can hide these pretty far back too. We're not going to need them for a while. And then these dudes will put up front. And just everyone else can just run up there.
I am exalted. Quickly. Now. Yes. Quickly. Yes. I won't fail. I am exalted. I go strong. Chaos, the only master.
It's not doing that much damage to them. It's a little bit.
Running. Tremble, mortals! My blade hungers! I control Zinch's gifts! Chosen! Such unholy resilience! Cause honor! Such unholy resilience! Running! Chaos comes! Chosen! Ruinous powers! All will burn! Archaon! Charge them!
I'm not going to use Burning Head because they have so much armor, it's not going to matter. Now, one thing we can do up here, though, is use Searing Doom. Let's see how much damage this does. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Overall damage. They may have improved it a little bit there.
Anarchy for all!
Oh, God.
My God's call! What? I won't fail. Obliterate them! Attack the mortals! Chosen!
Be careful landing into Slayers. We don't want to do too much of that.
The gods will it!
Oh, they let us in, huh? Yeah, they don't let him in, but they let everyone else in. Alright.
What? Seas of blood! The rings are mine! Exalted hero! Slaughter them! Tremble, mortals! Slanesh is Hammer's glory! Move forth! Exalted hero! Hear me, great father! Our time has come! Obliterate them! Time it is spoiled! What? I am versed in the arcane! I control Sinch's gifts! Chosen! The gods will! The winds I command! Archaon! All burn! The gods will! I don't fail! Hear me, great father! Move fast! Oh, we despoiled! Nurgle's pestilent glory! My gods come! What? Ravage them! Exalted hero! Quickly! Does Slanesh hear us? Chosen! Slanesh is my first glory!
Oh yeah, we started melting them once we dropped that armor.
Bring their heads! On this bloody glory! This is foolish! My gods come! Nurgle's glory!
God, these things are like hanging in there.
Glory!
Let's just hold, don't hit our own people too much.
Mortal fool! Hero of Chaos! Bastard!
Let's go ahead and
Witness
start rolling
me!
over here so we
Now!
can maybe start killing some of this stuff.
My blade hungers!
We'll send over the boys. Some of these unkilled.
My gods call! Move fast! Do not meddle in my destiny! I need souls!
What up, homies?
Exalted hero! Hero of chaos! Lord of the end times! Charge them! The winds are mine! Archaon! Yes, I control Senses too. I'm coming my sword to strike you down!
Got him. Yeah, I mean, nothing really dwarves are gonna do, like, in a siege. Like I said, it's like maybe open field if they have the right kind of army and they play it exactly well enough. But I feel like with most factions, a lot of the time, like, we can mow down dwarves late game. Like, 'cause they don't have that many, like, really good. They have some cool stuff, right? But a lot of their stuff is a little redundant. You know, just the fact that they lack large monsters, which means that that's automatically going to make them pretty weak on sieges, I think, because like there's only so much surface area in a siege most of the time, and so you like that makes things like giants and like ogre shagas and things like that. It makes those a lot more appealing because there's only so much room. And just in fights in general, there's only so much like surface area on these lines, and if you have a couple of big units sprinkled in there, it's good. I mean, they also don't have magic. I mean, they have some stuff they can cast with like their rune lords, but it's nowhere close to any of the proper magic. I think we've already burned stuff. We could do we've already done Nurgle and Khorne, I think. We could do Zent here. For extra research rate, maybe. Because we're going to have a lot of stuff constantly going for our burns. Yeah, let's just go with that. Yeah, they do have a lot of armor, for sure. But you know what? A lot of late game units have a lot of armor piercing damage. And they do have nice melee defense, which is good. But once again, you know, a lot of these top end units are going to have a lot of attack damage, right? A lot of attack power. And I don't know. Like, their, you know, their hammers are pretty good. You know, fully upgraded hammers, like, those can go toe-to-toe with some of the elite units out there.
There'll be a reckoning.
But I just feel like the lack of cavalry, the lack of mobility, the lack of monsters, lack of magic, just you can't flank that well. I mean, you do have good artillery. You do have some of the best archers in the game, sort of. You don't have top tier archers though either. Honestly, thinking of like Sisters of Avalorn or Way Watchers, you have good early game, like with Quarrelers and Rangers. Quarrelers are great because they have their silver shield, huge armor, respectable damage, good range, good cost. Like, dwarves have very good early game units. It's just kind of the late game, I think, is really lackluster. But
Dominance. What?
alright, so let's go right here. So I do like playing them. They are fun, but that can be a frustration of them at times. It's like, if you do have just a huge artillery line, I mean, you can dominate. Artillery, lots of, you know, you got some hammers, but just huge artillery crews, like, you can win.
I'll have this world.
But, alright, so we have that.
Handsome and lethal.
But they are just, like, very sort of unilateral in what they do.
Bringer of darkness.
I gotta run through here at some point. Clean this. It looks like somebody's burning. What's going on over here? Somebody be burning that. I guess the elves getting some payback.
I am mountain god.
Let's be careful here.
A worthy choice.
I think let's...
Moving.
I don't think they're going to have that many armies up here.
The mountains call. Direct me, dark gods.
He has corn, he has corn. We need Nurgle.
Golek Sanita. Yes, forged in blood.
A beautiful decision.
Alright. Okay, and now what do we want to do over
You
here?
need a boon.
We're going to have 2 turns for Zench or not. Or we could hire some of these other ones, but we're already tapped out on the other ones. I think Zench is going to be the best for like long siege fights. And it gives us extra winds of magic. I'm going to try it. We're going to try it. We might... They might attack us before. I thought it was going to take 22 turns before surrender. Now it's 9. What? Are we attritioning yet? We're not attritioning yet. But... we're going to try to defend it. Okay, so we have... this guy got, like, assassinated or something. Let's just throw him back in here. Oh. Throw him in here. Okay, and a technology. Man, we are firing now. We've got a lot of stuff here. Okay, Raven Ascendant. Alright. Oh, he was... It looks like he's not in the army? Oh, he was in there? I don't know. Averheim's also getting sieged by somebody. It might be Chaos. I mean, one thing is like spreading all that chaos everywhere. It is, if they let it sit for too long, it is difficult to occupy it because, you know, Chaos will take it over. So that Chaos may have burned Wiesenberg there. Dwarfs are getting weaker. I mean, we could just hand off some units. Like, if honestly, if we just have, like, 3 Zench with Sarthoreal on a siege, 3 Zench and just, like, 2 Chosen or something, we might honestly be able to beat every Dwarf siege in the mountains. Because we just spam the magic and then the Chosen just climb up on the walls and kill them. And we just heal them the whole time. Searing Doom looks pretty promising. We could also put a Fire Wizard with him. I think I can maybe like hire one more wizard. I'm not sure. We could maybe put a Fire Wizard with him. Yeah, maybe put those 3 armor-piercing Chosen. Put him with him. I think they'll beat whatever. So maybe we could do that and just have him go north. And then Archaon could go south. Because every single fight as we go north is pretty much going to be a siege. I mean, I guess there's a chance the Dwarfs could have a real 20 stack up in there somewhere. They probably do. And I don't know if we could beat them open field with just just 3 Chosen and like 2 Zench and Sarthoreal himself. We'd probably need a bit more beef than that. Although maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's enough. But I assume they have at least one business army somewhere around there. Okay. Alright, Flaming Sword. Alright, we got Conduit. Flamestorm. Probably just Cascading Fire Cloak here. +5 wins of magic for everybody is pretty good. We're just gonna go with that.
Herald of the Tempest!
I should be able to auto-resolve this, I think.
Give
Hopefully
me
we don't get trolled too
lightning.
hard.
It shall be.
I'll ignore that.
Someone was sieging that, but I'm not sure who.
Unstoppable!
Oh my god, for real? Okay, we're gonna for some reason Kolick moves a lot faster. I'm not sure what that is. Does he have Slanesh on him? I don't know why we're moving faster. He moves way better in the mountains. Maybe that's just a natural thing that he does.
Shall we decant the wine?
Okay, well.
Let us go! No.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to siege it first.
Paid! Bring them to ruin!
What was that? Skaven. Okay, Skaven's down here. Is
No,
Skaven...
you
Is that a rebellion?
failed.
Okay. Huh.
Witness my beauty. The gods direct me.
Okay, I should be close
Storm
enough.
Crusher, yeah!
Okay. Hopefully they don't injure anything too important right now. They love to hit the heroes. I don't know what's up with that, but... I think we want Nurgle.
Now.
You dare?
Got a lot of stuff there. Okay. What do we have with him? Okay, so I guess just speed and malice. I mean, it sucks. Dragon ogres, but I mean it's just 1 point for missile resist, I guess. Okay. I mean, maybe they're too strong. I feel like they should be with the other monsters with freakish mutations, but maybe that's OP. Northern Sovereign. Speed. I mean, do I even care about these things? Oh, there's income from vassals. Okay. Saw how that worked out. Corruption. Oh, untrustworthy. Okay. I guess we'll go with that. Get an extra Slanesh eventually. Exalted Hero. Okay, we got Onslaught. We need Intimidating or Training. Let's go with Intimidating. Just try to stop heroes from trolling.
What?
Alright, can't do anything else.
Tempest incarnate!
Okay, that's fine. And then
I refuse.
let's have some R8 units. I think that's as high as they can go up the tech tree unless they fixed it. I feel like the Southern Realms can't get higher than great swords though. Like they can't get steam tanks and things like that. Alright, have these guys moved yet?
For chaos!
Begone.
Okay. There's a kind of business army. Pillars of Groaning. Doesn't have that much, but it'll probably make us fight it just for funsies. Now we gotta be a little scared of him. He gets 100 bonus versus large, so he's gonna hit like a truck against Big Bird, but Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, though. So stay tuned. Next episode,
Yep.
we'll get back at it. Don't want to go too long on these.
You dare!
We got even more coming out over
What
here.
eldritch I see!
Okay, well, we can't actually build it because we're under siege. So it's kind of a fake out. It looks like we could. We can build buildings, but we can't actually build units while we're under siege. I guess at least we got the 15 extra winds of magic and magical attacks. But anyways, we'll get back at it next time. So thank you very much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. And we'll see you then. Have a good day.